and gentlemen, welcome back to the WPRL Xfinity Series. Tonight we are at the great Music City here in Nashville, Tennessee. We are at the Nashville Superspeedway for the second race of the first round of the playoffs. And boy oh boy, is it going to be a fun race for these drivers here tonight. That car, it's loose and tight and it just doesn't want to make up its mind. And it's going to be a fun race to watch up here in the booth. So, it's been a pretty fun playoff so far as Dakota Kramer wrecks out of 2 there. Cody Sturgill currently fastest in practice, along with Robert Reynolds in second. Those two are the fastest 2, with Dakota Kramer in third. There is in that number 5, Bush Ford. And taking a look at your points here. On the outside, looking in. Oh, whoa, we got, okay. Hold on, gotta go to this. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12. Alright. So right now, Sammy Harrell, this is not up to date. Oh wait, no, this is the first round of the playoffs, right? No, this isn't, okay. Then why can't find the updated points for Xfinity from after North Wilkesboro? So let me do a little bit of digging quick. So we could go, would have been the 11th. No, I don't see him. Yeah, I don't see anything. Okay. So, nothing is up to date for Xfinity right now. So, we don't really know who is where. But right now, Sturgill, Reynolds, and Kramer, your top 3. Harrell and Berry rounding out that top 5. Dave Cuvert is in the playoffs now after Zach Deuscher dropped out. So let's go ahead, see if we can talk with anyone here before the start of this race. David. Yep, okay. Schaefer, Barry, Crane. Also got Brian Huntley Jr. currently 7th, not out on track right now. Dakota Kramer, 3rd. Let's see if we can go on board here. Take us through the VRN virtual lap. Up on the top there, that's the 48 of Philip Bridgman. You see how much off throttle time there is. In between the corners, loose out of 4 there. What sort of lap time did he get there? That one was a 30.83. Pretty good. Trying to maybe get the fastest lap here. They're all within a 100th of each other, so wouldn't surprise me. Here is Sammy Harrell in the 43 car. Let's see who else we got. Matthew Hunsaker in 6. Exalta Chevy. Pretty much the whole field is in the playoffs except for Jonathan Cusimano and Robert Richards. And Harrell goes fast time. Top of the charts with a 30.72. Let's see if we can get a quick word in with him here. Actually, let's go ahead and talk with Dakota Kramer first. Hey Dakota, this is Sean from the booth. You got a copy?
What's up, buddy?
Nothing much. Currently 4th on the board for practice, and how do you think the car is going to feel long run?
Long run's my best. I won't be able to finish this race tonight, so I'm just here to get what points I can.
Ooh, well, that's not good. That's gonna... So you can try. How long do you think we'll be able to make it?
I should be able to get like maybe 30, 40 laps in.
Alright, well, best of luck tonight for getting those playoff points here. And do you think it'll come down to you have to win next week? At I think we're going to Bristol.
No, I think I'll be alright.
Alright, well, good luck tonight for the 50% of the race that we'll be running. Sad to see you won't be able to finish it, but hopefully it's a good one.
Duty calls.
Just tell them maybe later. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Right.
Alright. Well, good luck tonight.
Alright, man. Thank you.
Alright, let's go ahead and get Sammy Harrell in here now. Alright, Sammy, this is Sean up in the booth with VRN. You got a copy?
I got you, buddy. What's up?
It's going good right now, but it's going better for you. Top of the charts right now in practice. Do you think you'll be able to set that kind of lap in qualifying and take the pole here tonight at Nashville?
I'm hoping so. I just found something on the track here, so I'm hoping so. But knowing me, my teammate just took the top spot now. But knowing me, I'll push it too hard.
Sturgill just ran a 30.69, so as long as you can start up front, it shouldn't be a bad race. So what are you expecting here towards the long run? I did some laps myself, and I experienced tight. Just tight, that's all.
It's very tight. You got to enter low, stay low. Just play with the throttle, trail brake a lot. But it actually don't fall off that much in the long run.
So what do you think passing is going to be like, since you said we have to stay low the whole time? Do you think we'll see like that mid to high lane being used at all tonight?
Yeah, the middle line, once probably about 10 to 12 laps into the run, the middle line, it'll work up to the middle line and you can keep that run off a little bit better. So I'll venture up into the third line. But I gave my teammates some settings, and you see what they just did, right? Yep. Both of them just passed me, so now I'm gonna have to come back in and reset and go ahead and take the top spot in practice. I can't have that.
Alright, well, I don't know if you'll have enough time to reset. We only got 30 seconds
left. No.
Oh, man.
I won't.
Good luck tonight. We got 100 laps. Not a whole lot of tires. So do you think we'll be pitting for tires fairly often, as much as we can?
Yeah, they'll use their 3 sets. For sure.
Alright.
Probably 30, 30. 30.
That probably could work.
Yeah.
Alright, well, good luck tonight. Good luck in qualifying as well, Sammy. Hopefully you have a good run here tonight.
Alright, thank you, Sean. Appreciate it, bud.
Alright, practice is over. Qualifying is starting now, as we get ready to see who's going to venture out onto the track first. Dave Couvert in his number 45 Chevrolet Hellmans. Oh, I said Helms. Oh man. He'll be the first to venture onto the sunny concrete Nashville Superspeedway. 1/3, no, not 1/3 of a mile, 1.33 miles in length. How long the track is. You got Philip Bridgman out in his number 48 AC Delco Superman Chevrolet. And we have a few others as well. We got Dakota Kramer in his number 5 Busch Beer Ford Mustang. So we try and see who gets that first spot. Robert Richards in his 84 Petronas Toyota Supra into the outside wall. Not good. Whoa. I think he found a new lane that we race on now. I don't think getting the way he got up there isn't the safest route, but we'll see how it goes for him. Kuvere crossing the line in style. That's going to completely mess over his entire qualifying run. Bridgman on the top, and that quickly got taken away by Cody Sturgill. 30.84 for Sturgill in his number 42 truck or car. And Bridgman had a 30.97. Jonathan Cusimano through turn 4. What's his first time gonna be? And cross the line. 31.18. And Bridgman is on the preliminary pole with a 30.81. Sturgill is going to settle for second for now. Can Kramer go faster? Yes, 30.79 for Dakota Kramer to end it off. He is on the preliminary pole. And Cusimano finishing his final lap. 31.66 for him. Jeffrey Ramsdell in the 97 machine. Not in a tied ride this time around. He comes around to complete his first lap. Out of 4, all the way down to the bottom. Across the line. 5th with a 31.12. Got Sammy Harrell. He's going out around. His first lap just started. Robert Richards, his second lap is coming to an end here shortly. But I think he may have wrecked it on his first. The other Team 43 driver, Christoph Hall. That nice baby blue, not really baby blue, but bright blue Toyota Supra across the line. First lap in the books. 31.45. Harrell, first lap in the books. 30.95. Needs to get 2 more tenths to get the pole here. Oh, there it goes. I think he pushed it a little too hard. I may have been wrong. We'll see what he can do into 3 here. Oh, he's got to get wheel over here. Oh, I don't think he has it. Right next to the wall, all the way down to the bottom of the track. Across the line. 31.05. Sammy Harrell's second and final lap. Matthew Hunsaker got messed up on his first qualifying lap. See what he can do in that number 6 car. It looks like he's coming to a stop. Not enough time to set a lap for Hunsaker. Top 8 qualified. A little bit of a smaller field tonight, but I can promise you it'll still be a fun race to watch. Kramer gets the pole with Philip Bridgman starting second in his number 48 Chevy. Robert Reynolds third, Cody Sturgill fourth. Rounding out the top 5, Sammy Harrell. I don't know if Philip is in any of the chats or not. Negative, he is not. So let's get with Robert Reynolds. Is he in there? No. What about Ramsdell? Don't see him either. Actually, hold on. Let's change the cameras there. There we go. 100 laps here tonight. Only 3 sets of tires for these drivers. Win and you're in system. So Cody Sturgill, he already has a win in this playoff round, so he's already locked into the next round. The round of 12. So keep an eye on that 42 car. See what he does. To maybe help his teammates a bit. Looks like we're waiting on Sammy and Justin Stevies in the 43 and the 51 respectively. We're going to go ahead, take a quick break here. Nothing too long. It'll just be a second or two. Alright, here we go. Bleeding them out of pits here. Pit speed is 45 mile an hour. Pace speed is probably like 65 or something. Maybe even 70. Not 10,000% sure on that one, but here we go. Some clouds going over the back stretch there. That's going to cool that part of the track down a bit. We'll see how long that stays there. You know, in the Atlanta race last night in the Truck Series, turn 1 and 2 got a huge bit of shade for one whole lap, and then it went away. Looks like the whole track is covered right now. Pace car is off the speedway. And green flag is out. We are racing in Nashville. Leads the field 4 wide behind him. Robert Reynolds on the bottom. The 42 was on the top, and I think the 48 was on the way top. And Ramsdell was on the bottom. Sammy Harrell's already up to second so far. And caution is waving. And it looks like Team 43's Christoph Hall was involved here. Ooh, into the outside wall. No, just had nowhere to go. Oh, collected the 45. Looked like a huge hit for the 45 of Dave Cavere. They should be able to continue both of them. Fastest lap so far. Number 5, Dakota Kramer, 33.25. Alright, on this restart here, let's see what happens. Bridgman, Robert Richards, and Christoph Hall down pit road. Dave Cuvera likes to stay out. He's going to gain 3 spots. He should be able to go inside the top 10. Should restart 10th on the dot. Eric Schaefer is going to restart in that 9th spot. Brian Huntley Jr., he's going to gain a few spots. Same with Bob Berry, who started 11th. He's down to 13th for now in that Fitness Revolution number 2 car. Can't wait for this caution to go green. Get some more on-track action. Got 100 laps, 3 sets of tires. Some of these drivers are probably long shots to make that final 4, or to even make the next round, but without the updated points, don't know who it is. Gonna be restarting with 95 laps to go, and hopefully it stays green for the rest of those 95 laps. That'd be really cool. A nice long green flag run. We'll have to see who pits first and when. Jonathan Cusimano gonna restart on the outside, row 3, and to his inside is going to be Jeffrey Ramsdell in that 97. Row 2 for the restart. Cody Sturgill, Robert Reynolds, and Sammy Harrell, Dakota Kramer. Going to be your front row. Here we go. We're going to go on board the 39 on this restart of Robert Reynolds. Let's see what he can do. Pace car is off, and green flag is out. Harrell trying to hold his own on that outside lane. Oh, Harrell all the way up the track. There's still going to be a side-by-side down the backstretch. Robert Reynolds trying to get his nose in. Not quite able to get there though. And he's got more company to his outside. There's Cody Sturgill in his 42 car. To the back. Ramsdell looking. Nowhere to go. On board. Ramsdell's looking to the bottom again. There's nowhere to go for him. Oh, Ramsdell is loose. Saved it though. Team 43, 1-2-3 right now. We've got a cutthroat fight for 14th back here. Bob Berry, Robert Richards. Berry on the outside, Richards on his inside. Richards is clear. Now he's going to try to get that number 19. Brian Huntley Jr. still working the bottom, trying to get around the 45 with Dave Cuvert. He'll be able to do so successfully. Past 3 cars in one turn up to 12th. Jeffrey Ramsdell in a close line with the 7 car and the 6 car. off his teammate now as he takes the race lead. Burrell moving up a bit. We are, in fact, just about 10 laps into this run. Still keeps the lead. Jonathan Cusimano running 7th right now in the 7th car. And Burrell into the outside wall out of 4. Losing every spot he owned. He still has plenty of time to make it up. He should be okay to recover. Same with Cody Sturgill. He lost a spot. Reynolds, though, he gained. And big time. He's up 1 spot since the start. Ramsdell's up 3. Richard Crane is up 8. There he is in that number 36. Black, white, and red Chevy. Robert Reynolds trying to get to the leader, Dakota Kramer. Down the backstretch they go in Nashville Superspeedway. Single file all around the track. No one really able to go anywhere with anything. Hey, there's Eric Schaefer in that number 8 car. Usually don't see him up here, but he's running 9th right now inside the top 10. He's having a good run. Here's Philip Bridgman, that 10th place car just behind him, and Christoph Hall in 11th trying to work his way back up. And Cody Sturgill to the outside. Jonathan Cusimano, he clears him now as he works on the 6 of Matthew Hunsaker. Sammy Harrell right now is down to 7th. Dakota Kramer still leads the way. But do keep in mind he does have to back out of this one. Quite unfortunate. But I don't know how many people know about that. As the 97 trying to reel in that 39 of Robert Reynolds. Ramsdell's had some pretty mediocre races its past few weeks, and now he's looking to turn it around. I don't think he's finished in the top 3 since Kentucky many, many weeks ago. So as we get ready to come to lap 16 here, yep. 16% done. Richard Crane falling back a bit. That's going to give Eric Schaefer the 8th spot now. Can he gain on that 43 car, though? Honestly, I really don't know if he can or not. And now Ramsdell to the inside of Robert Reynolds. Side by side through 4. Reynolds not going to kiss the outside wall this time. But he's not going to be able to keep his 2nd spot here. And he'll lose it into turn 1. But here comes Hunsaker with a full head of steam, trying to get that 4th spot. 3rd spot, sorry. Your top 5 are all within a second of each other. Okay, more like a second and a half, but close enough. Cody Sturgill, the last car in this 4-car line, started 4th. Right beside, or right in front of his teammate Sammy Harrell. Sturgill has had a really good season so far. 2 wins, and I'm just gonna double check that. It's kind of hard to keep track of every single series. 1 win, sorry. And I'm pretty sure that was at North Wilkesboro, right? Yep. He got his first career win, led 39 laps. Kramer led 34, Eric Schaefer led 21, Ramsdell led 11, and that was last week's race, if you believe. Yep. Eric Schaefer won the race at Daytona. Michigan was Zach Deutscher. That's the recent Xfinity Series finishes. Dakota Kramer continues to lead them. These two are in a battle for that 10th spot. 9th spot, sorry. In the Truck Series, Jordan McGraw got the win last night at Atlanta Superspeedway. John Honeycutt won the Knoxville race, and Hunsaker won at Martinsville. Jacob Carter got the win at North Wilkesboro. Kyle Hess, Las Vegas. Eliza Bethal got it done at Talladega. Christoph Hall lost a ton of time there. Sammy Harrell now around that 7 car, and here comes Eric Schaefer looking to the inside of the 43, looking to take that 6th spot. Schaefer now on the bottom, clearing the 43. He'll go up to P6 here on lap 22. It's been a pretty exciting race so far. Philip Bridgman on the outside of Bob Berry. Berry clears him going into turn 1. Berry's down in 13th as of right now. Jeffrey Ramsdell got by 39 of Robert Reynolds just a few laps ago. As I'm pretty sure Reynolds is looking for his first win in the Xfinity Series. I'd have to check quickly. Can't remember what it said. No, he got the win at Indy just 4 or 5 weeks ago. Running second right now in a good spot for it. Brian Huntley trying to get around Richard Crane. Huntley on the bottom, Crane up top. Crane's going to get a run out of 4 here, but it's not going to be a huge one. Unlike those other big tracks, example Michigan and Auto Club. So Huntley cleared of Richard Crane. He goes up to 10th. As Robert Reynolds reeling in the 97. We're getting towards that point in the run where these drivers are starting to get a little tight, so they gotta be careful. Gotta start backing up those corners and be careful getting back onto the throttle. Bob Berry now trying to get by Richard Crane here. Not gonna let it happen easily though. Do we see a crossover move here? Berry diving to the inside. Crossover indeed. He'll be able to clear him out of turn 2. Berry up to 11th. Biggest mover currently is Eric Schaefer. He may have one of the best finishes he's had in recent weeks, other than the win at Daytona in the regular season finale to lock himself into the playoffs. No, I'm pretty sure he was already pretty set for it. We'll see here. We're coming to around 70 to go within the next 5 laps. We should see drivers pitting around lap 30 or to 35, unless they pitted on that first caution and got tires, of course. Although that really wouldn't make sense. I mean, we didn't even make a lap on those tires yet before the caution came out. Robert Richards just went down pit road, and I think he called it a race. And he will finish 16th, which is what your current race leader wants. He wants people to disconnect and leave. As Christoph Hall trying to get around fellow Toyota driver Ryan Huntley Jr. trying to get inside the top 10 here. Or did Huntley get around him first? Huntley got around him. Bob Berry is in 10th now. Dakota Kramer with a second lead over second place. Robert Reynolds Got back around Jeffrey Ramsdell. Fourteenth race of the season here going on now, so playoffs could be a factor on how people race each other, but you never know. Next week we're heading to the Bristol Oval, not the dirt track, for the first round finale. So Sammy Harrell, Dave Couvert down pit road on lap 28. Hunsaker is losing time to to Jeffrey Ramsdell. Just was a tenth in between them, and now 3/10. He actually just gained all that time back. He goes to the bottom of the track. Looks like Jeffrey Ramsdell may be having some tire issues. He will fall to fourth, as it looks like Ramsdell currently one of the slower cars inside the top 5 right now. And Robert Reynolds is currently the fastest. Not by a whole lot, though. Jeffrey Ramsdell running about 4/10 off pace. Cody Sturgill down pit road on lap 30. Interesting factor to that one. Robert Reynolds now less than a second back from Dakota Kramer, your current race leader. Reynolds has been about 100th faster each lap, but this lap's going to be good. Gained about 3/10 on your race leader. 2/10 faster this lap. He sees that 39 Chevy getting bigger in his rear view lap after lap. So when will your leaders come down pit road? We'll have to see here. Don't know what the fuel situation is like. I'm pretty sure they can go roughly 50 laps on one tank of fuel. So I wonder how many of these drivers will take it exactly halfway, as Reynolds is now within 7/10 of your race leader. Trying to get that down to 6. Not quite able to. But in a closer battle, Richard Crane, Philip Bridgman within 2/10 of each other, and that just went up to 4/10 like that. Oh, 6/10 now between the two. Reynolds, oh, I thought he was going right into the outside wall there for a second. 6.6 tenths the gap. Reynolds loses a ton of time on quarter entry, but just gains some and more back on exit now. Half a second between the two drivers. Interesting battle going on right now. It's a big take and give and take. So we'll have to see how that plays out, as Ramsdell and Hunsaker battling for third. Looks like Ramsdell may be back in the show here, as he tries to get back inside the top 3. Eric Schaefer, he is currently 5th in that number 8. Bright white. I think it says Schaefer something on the side. I can't quite read it. It's quite bright. About to go get passed by Dave Couvert, who is currently 3 laps down. Trying to unlap himself here. The gap is now 2/10 between Dakota Kramer and Robert Reynolds. And Reynolds gaining all the time back. Maybe not that lap. He didn't gain a whole lot that time. He was 3/10 faster than him last lap. This time only 1. And here comes Jonathan Cusimano, a lap down. Actually, make that 2 laps down. He pitted on lap 33, so just 2 laps ago. He's trying to get around your race leaders as well as Robert Reynolds here. So let's see if those two maybe work together on the outside. Still 3/10 between them. Reynolds trying to gain, but just is not able to, and he has pressure from the number 7 car behind him. Less than 2/10 the gap now as they head into turn number 3. Battle for the lead continues here. The WPRL Xfinity Series here at Nashville Superspeedway. Not a good run that time for Robert Reynolds out of 4. He's better gaining time through 1 and 2 here. We have found that out. Cusimano going to go to the outside here. That may have just taken away the 39's run, as he lost a ton of time there. Cusimano getting to the outside yet again. In the midst of this battle, what will Reynolds do? Is he just going to give out? I think he just did. Let him by. And now Reynolds relying on Cusimano to slow down Kramer. Not really, though. And it looks like Reynolds may have more issues with that number 7 of Jonathan Cusimano. Battle for the lead on your screen right now, but we're going to head to a quick break. We'll be right back, though, so don't miss a thing. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Nashville Superspeedway. 14th race of the 22-race season here in the WPRL Xfinity Series. Dakota Kramer has done the first 43 laps and luckily has not yet had to pull off, as Jonathan Cusimano still trying to get around that 5 car, and it's really starting to hurt that 39 of Robert Reynolds. We'll have to see when those two come down pit road. They'll probably try and empty their gas tanks here. Pretty sure that'll be a pretty good call to make. Schaefer pitted on lap 41, so just a few moments ago. And Bob Berry going down pit road now. Let's go ahead and see if we can get a quick word with him in here. Hey Bob, Sean up in the booth, you got a quick minute?
Yes, sir, Sean. How are you, man?
Doing good, my friend. Currently 9th as you come down pit road. You got a little bit of company coming in as well. So, what's the pit strategy going to be here for tonight?
Well, was hoping to try to run that one out. I still had probably 6 or 7 laps I could have probably went on fuel, but it's just so slick. Once your tires start to go, it becomes a handful really, really fast. So I stuck with it as long as I could, and we'll hopefully we'll have a caution at some point this time to kind of break it up, and that'll tell me what my next move is. But right now I'm just kind of just flowing with it and seeing what's going to happen.
Well, if you don't see the caution, will we see more pit stops, or do you think you'll have enough to make it to the end?
We'll probably we'll probably still see at least another stop if it goes green, because these tires just get so slick, and it's I don't know if guys were comfortable enough with how the handling is to do it, unless somebody just gets way out to a big lead. I don't know. We'll have to see how that one works out.
All right, man. Well, good luck in the next half of the race, and hopefully you can get yourself a solid finish here tonight.
Absolutely, man. Thank you very much.
Alright, that was your mid-race interview. Something a little different. Kuzumata got by that number 5, and now these two are right back at it, butting heads with a 10th between them. With Bob Berry and Jonathan Kuzumata also going at it. Kuzumata has about 10 lap older tires. But here's the battle for the race lead. We'll keep you updated on what goes on down there. And Bob Berry clear of Kuzumata. He gets by him and runs away pretty quickly as expected. We heard from him. We could probably see one more pit stop before the night is over. But when will it be? I'm going to guess around laps 70 to 80. So I don't know why you would want to pit with 10 laps to go. And Dakota Kramer heads down pit road to probably call it a race. Talked to him earlier. Unfortunate events, duty calls. So, tried to get the best race in he could. Led the opening 50 laps or so, pretty much all of them. Unless this is a planned pit stop and he can do the rest of the race here, we'll see. He's putting tires on it, so maybe he can. Can Kramer continue here? Maybe he got someone to go in for him. And he comes out on track. Robert Reynolds, still your race leader, with a 19-second lead. Christoph Hall went down pit road. Philip Bridgman, Jeffrey Ramsdell, Brian Huntley Jr. all pitted. And now Reynolds is coming down. Justin Stevies is in second right now. He will inherit the race lead once he comes out of 4. Or is he going to come down pit road? Doesn't look like it. So Stevie is now to the race lead on lap 52. Now how much of a gap is he going to have over Richard here? Looks like Richard may be having a quite slow stop. As Sammy Harrell, he's going to go fly by him. He is going to start to reel in Justin Stevies. Harrell pitted on lap 29. And Dakota Kramer comes out of the pits just 4/10 behind Harrell. And you can see him there. See that yellow car there? That's the 45 of Dave Couvert. Back there behind Hunsaker. Hunsaker, he is currently 4th. Justin Stevie is still your race leader. Kramer up to 2nd. And Robert Reynolds is currently P6. 10 seconds behind that group there. I think long run, I think I'm going to pull for Robert Reynolds here. For the long run here. As Stevie's out as 2 down the backstretch. Still hasn't pitted. Making it the long game here. Reynolds so far the most recent car to pit, and there goes Justin down pit road. Dakota Kramer will have pretty much a second lead over Matthew Hunsaker here, but we still don't know if he has to call it a race or not. My guess is he doesn't, so maybe he got his friend or something to hop on a sim rig for the rest of the race. Did a IRL driver swap. That would be something. Schaefer currently running in that 5th spot there in that number 8 white Chevy. Pretty nice paint scheme on that one. So now the gap is kind of evening out here. 10 seconds back is Robert Reynolds, and he's gaining a good amount of time fairly quickly. Matthew Hunsaker currently with the fastest lap, 30.89 is what he got out of that number 6 Chevy. 2.5 back from Dakota Kramer. Reynolds is 10.2, Sammy Harrell 4.3. Everyone's quite spread out here. And we're going to go ahead, do a good old VRN tuner up, and I lost the logo for this for the longest time. I couldn't find it when it was in my broadcast folder all along, so here we go. Some good flybys. Kramer, still your race leader here on lap 64 of 100. Coming to the end of the race. And it looks like Robert Reynolds may be struggling a lot here, as he is currently at 11 seconds behind now. Behind Dakota Kramer, so unless he can figure something out, and figure something out fast, he must, to get around that 5 car and anyone else in front of him. which would only be Matthew Hunsaker in the number 6 car. Currently, your top 10 as they run: Kramer, Hunsaker, Reynolds, Ramsdell, Huntley, Schaefer, Berry, Hall, Stevies, and Bridgman, with Eric Schaefer, your biggest mover right now, up 9 spots from the start of the race since this green flag dropped. Started 11th, he's 6. And no, that is not good. He started 15th, sorry. Oh man. Schaefer having a great day right now. Great playoff points being scored. Well, just great points being scored. But for Kramer, if he can get this dub, then that would be some great playoff points. How many wins does he have this season, you may ask? Well, let me tell you. Kramer is a one-time winner this season. He got that first win at New Hampshire Motor Speedway, the first race, in July. And he's looking to get win number 2 of his career. I just heard a cat. I don't know what that was, but 4-second lead right now for Kramer over the rest of the playoff contenders. Kramer is definitely one of those drivers who has a good shot at winning the Cup, along with, I would say okay, I'm not trying to be biased or anything here. I'd say the championship favorites for this first season are probably going to be Dakota Kramer, Matthew Hunsaker, Robert Reynolds, and, oh man, it's close. Philip Bridgman, he has some good finishes here and there, but just isn't running in the front enough. Cody Sturgill, he's currently 2 laps down. He struggled a lot in this race. He has a few wins so far this season, so I'm going to go with your top 3 and then Cody Sturgill for the championship 4 in this season. Brian Huntley Jr. trying to reel in Jeffrey Ramsdell. Huntley, he may be able to make the championship 4. Now, he has some good moments. He's consistently in the top 10, but I think I don't know if he's won a race yet this season or not. I think he has. Not yet. Just checked. He has not. But he is working on 4th right now, so this finish could change my opinion about some things. Robert Reynolds, he's fast in any car he really drives, any series for this league here. He's fast, so it's kind of hard to pass that up, so yeah. I will say Hunsaker just has no luck towards the end of the races, and if Dakota Kramer has these work mishaps again, we don't know what could arise from those. As Dakota Kramer now, as I say that, I think he's called it a race. Not what you wanted to see. For you Dakota Kramer fans out there, Matthew Hunsaker will take the race lead by 8 seconds, 7.5, over Robert Reynolds and Hunsaker down pit road now. Now I want to see what Reynolds does here. Is he going to pit? I don't know if he will or not. The gap between first and second is 5 seconds right now. Or I'm sorry, 2.5. That's between Robert Reynolds and Brian Huntley Jr. Reynolds has won before in the WPRL iRacing League, but not yet in the Xfinity Series. Same with Brian Huntley Jr. And Huntley is starting to reel him in here. That gap is already down to under a second. Oh boy. If Huntley wins this race, I'm gonna cry. 0.6 of a second between the two drivers now. Brian Huntley Jr. and his number 19 Menards Toyota Supra, trying to get his car in victory lane for the first time in his Xfinity Series career. With roughly 26 to go. Actually, not roughly, that's exactly how many laps are left. And he can see the leader in his front windshield. Let's go on board. Oh, looks like he got a little loose going into 3. He's going to let Hunsaker buy Hunsaker a lap car. At the moment, if he can get around Robert Reynolds, he will be back on the lead lap here in Nashville. Looks like he's going to go to the outside of Robert and get a front row seat to this action here. But thanks to this onboard by Huntley here. Let's see where Huntley goes. Is he going to try the outside as well? Going to stick it in the bottom there. We got Philip Bridgman to his outside. Going to stay behind Reynolds here. Let's take a look to his outside. Nothing really there. To the inside he goes. And adios Reynolds. New leader. Number 19 of Brian Huntley Jr. And now your biggest mover. As Eric Schaefer running fourth, yes. He is up 11 spots, but so is Brian and Hunt. He started 12th, he's up in the lead. As we come to 23 to go. I don't know if pitting was the best idea for Matthew Hunsaker. And unless he can start gapping the leaders behind him, it's going to be close for him. But he will get a top 10 finish at least. As Jonathan Cusimano down pit road now. Yeah, Hunsaker needs to gain like 3 or 4 seconds per lap now. And it's just not going to happen. Now, I would not count out Robert Reynolds quite yet. He has that awesome long run speed. So, we'll have to see what he can do. As just behind him is that number 97. He is currently 3 seconds back. So kind of not really in the contention for this one. As Reynolds loses 4/10 to your leader. Coming to 20 to go this time. Does Hunt have enough tire to make it to the end? Enough rubber on those Goodyears. 7/10 now is the gap. 3.5 seconds is the gap between Huntley and Ramsdell. 28 seconds is the gap between Huntley and Hunsaker. So Hunsaker sadly be ruled out of this one. He was my pick to win it. So sadly, pit strategy maybe not playing in his favor tonight. Reynolds still trying to catch up. He's about 5 car lengths back. 7/10 of a second back. 19 to go. I so badly wanted to say Brian Huntley laps left, but decided not to the inside of Sammy Harrell on semi-fresh tires. About 20 lap old tires, so yeah, really not fresh tires. And there he goes. He's going to be able to continue the battle with him there. But all this lap traffic may hinder that 19 cars he tries to get to a bit of a gap between the two cars. But that 39 car not really gaining right now. He's about still 7/10 of a second back. Philip Bridgman down pit road. He has the fastest lap of the race of a 30.88. Actually, no, Cody Sturgill with a 30.86, guys. So it looks like Kramer's going to get credited with a 15th place finish. Ran it as long as he could. Sadly, just wasn't enough. Coming to 16 to go this time. No one's really close to each other other than these two. Christoph Hall trying to get inside the top 4. And I don't know if he'll be able to get there. He does have fresher tires than Schaefer. Oh, he just gained a ton of time. Where's he going to go? You see Schaefer there in front of him. About half a second between them. The gap between your leaders down to 6/10 now. As Huntley goes through turn 3 and 4. 15 laps to go here at Nashville Superspeedway. Huntley trying to lock himself into the next round of the playoffs. Reynolds gained big time that lap. He was down to half a second between them, but just lost it all going into the corner. Eric Schaefer and Bob Berry down pit road for hopefully the final time tonight. Philip Bridgman, fastest lap, 30.85 out of that number 48 Chevy. Ramsdell, 3rd. Christoph, 4th. Hunsaker, 5th. I don't see your top 3 pitting, even your top 4. So, I mean, Hunsaker may be able to gain one more spot if he can catch up to the 98 of Christoph Hall, but right now it's a bit of a long shot for him. With only 14 to go, there's about 10-second gap, so that's just about a second per lap that he needs to get. 13 to go here. I know, yeah, I can't speak. This would be a monumental win for the driver of that 19 machine. This would be his first career win in the Xfinity Series. With less than 12 laps to go left in the race. Can he hold on? And I just realized I never changed this. Oh no, why is that? No, okay. Having some issues here. There we go. Huntley through 3 and 4 with a second lead over Robert Reynolds. Coming to 11 to go. Philip Bridgman once again, fastest lap of the session. Fastest lap of the night. As he gains big time on Richard Crane, who is 6/10 ahead of him. On 40 lap fresher tires. So really no surprise there. He'll get around him quickly and calmly. Bridgman trying to get to a top 10 finish here. One more car between them, and that is Cody Sturgill. Sturgill has not had a good race at all for him. He's trying to hold on to that top 10 spot. As Reynolds has pulled in. With 10 to go, can he hang on? Can Brian Hunt hang on to the race lead for 9 more laps? Nine to go now in the Wolfpack Racing League Xfinity Series here at Nashville Superspeedway. 6/10 is the gap as it goes back to 7. Speaking of 7, Jeffrey Ramsdell is 8 seconds behind. And Christoph Hall is 14. Matthew Hunsaker is 5.5 seconds behind him. So he may actually be able to get that 4th spot here. With 8 laps to go, he's doing pretty good right now. Oh, boy, did that gap close up quick. Less than 2/10 between the two drivers. Now I want both of them to win. Can we just have two winners, please? Here they come at a turn 4, 7 to go. In the second race of the playoffs. Who's going to be able to lock themselves into the championship? Not to the championship for, but into the next round of the playoffs, that is. Oh, huge run for Reynolds here. He's going to go to the outside. Oh, drag racing down the backstretch into turn 3. Huntley trying to hold on, but has no speed on the bottom. Oh, Reynolds almost tagged that outside wall. Reynolds will take us to 6 to go. They are door to door into turn 1. Huntley will take it back for now. Will Reynolds get another good run here? He's trying to pinch him. Not able to get it right on the quarter panel. He's loose. Contact was made. Oh, he saves it though. Not really. He's around. Huntley has gone around. Caution comes out with 6 laps to go. Robert Reynolds gets the race lead. No one was on pit road at the time of caution, so no lucky ducks yet. Obviously, Reynolds and everyone inside the top 5 is probably going to come down pit road here. That caution had some pretty good timing to it. Hopefully, Brian can recover from this and have a shot at winning the race again. We should be going into overtime here. Yeah, everyone's coming down pit road. No surprise there. Reynolds should be able to win the race out of pit road as long as he doesn't miss his pit box. That would suck if he does, so let's keep an eye on that 39. Let's see. What's the battle going to be like? Let me go to proper camera here. And Ramsdell wins the race out of pit road. Or no, Reynolds already went out, sorry. Then Brian Huntley. And then Christoph Hall, followed by Matthew Hunsaker. And then there we got the number 43 car of Sammy Harrell. And one last car on pit road. That would be the 51 of Justin Stevies. So, your front row for this restart is going to be Robert Reynolds and Jeffrey Ramsdell. And Brian Huntley Jr. is going to be restarting third on the inside, right beside the number 98 of Christoph Hall. And it looks like Bob Berry, Justin Stevies. Oh, just Bob Berry. The 42 car of Cody Sturgill, and I think that's Philip Bridgman leading the field, will all get waved around the pace car. So that'll put Berry on the lead lap, along with Bridgman and Sturgill. Eric Schaefer was your lucky dog, so he will restart 8th. It's going to be quite a restart here. And I have a feeling that we're going to see another restart. So in the case of another caution coming out after this, Bob Berry would be your wave around, your lucky dog, if you will. Or no, sorry. Philip Bridgman will be your wave around. Eric Schaefer, 8th. Bob Berry will restart 9th on the lead lap as well. So that'll give him another shot at winning this race and getting a solid top 10 finish. Brian Huntley Jr., your biggest mover, up 9 spots since the start, restarting 3rd. The wave rounds will go ahead and race around the pace car to catch back up to the field here. Reynolds to the inside, Ramsdell to the outside. One winner. We only have 2 winners inside of the top 5 right now. The other 3 have not yet won a race in the Xfinity Series. I do believe. Nope, never mind. Christoph Hall got the win at Pocono. I thought that was in the Cup Series, but I guess I was wrong. So that means 2 drivers, and they're both starting on the inside, have not yet won an Xfinity Series race. So it could be awesome to see a first-time winner. We've seen that 39 car win in the ARCA Series twice now, at Daytona and most recently at Texas. So let's see what he can do on this restart, along with Brian Huntley Jr. in that number 19 Menards Toyota Supra. Pace car is off, and green flag is out. We're racing again in Nashville. Looks like a little bit of wheel spin from the 97 on the outside. Reynolds will take the lead with 2 laps to go. Huntley to the outside, trying to get something. He got nothing in return. Here comes Jeffrey Ramsdell to the inside of Brian Huntley. Nothing working for him. And here he comes out of turn number 4. Robert Reynolds. 1 more lap to see his first win. Can he hold on? Through 1 and 2. Has a 4/10 of a second lead over Brian Huntley Jr. here. He's going to be able to hold him down through 4, or through turn 2, down the backstretch for the final time, and into turn 3. Robert Reynolds, 2 wins in the ARCA Series. Few wins everywhere else. Out of turn 4, Robert Reynolds wins that at Nashville. His first career win in the WPRL Xfinity Series. He had a great race there, and I want to know what would have happened had Huntley not made contact with the 39 there with around 7 to go. It still would have been a close battle to the end. Reynolds set the fastest lap of the night on that final lap, 30.65. And won the race by 0.36 seconds. He's going to burn it down here in Nashville. What a win for the driver of that number 39 car. As the smoke clears. Oh man, let's see if he's in the waiting room yet. Not yet. Your finishing order for tonight's race: Reynolds, Huntley, Ramsdell, Harrell, Hunsaker, your top 5, with Justin Stevies, Christoph Hall, Eric Schaefer, Bob Berry, and Philip Bridgman rounding out your top 10. And rounding out the field, Cody Sturgill, Jonathan Cusimano, Richard Crane, Dave Cuvert, Dakota Kramer, and Robert Richards. Your top finishers of tonight's race. As we await drivers to join the waiting room, let's go ahead and get your third place finisher, Jeffrey Ramsdell, up here. Hey, Jeff, this is Sean up in the booth with VRN. You got a copy?
Got a copy, buddy.
All right, well, you came home third in tonight's race, the second race of the playoffs for the Xfinity Series. So, do you think you were you expecting to get a top 3, or were you expecting to maybe do a little bit better?
Actually, I was expecting maybe a top 5, maybe a top 8, but this track was a handful in practice. But got a handle of it during the race and was working on that one-stop race, and then we had a late caution, and just didn't use my stuff up. But third is nice. Consistency in the playoffs here will win out.
You moved up 3 spots from the start. You started in that 6th spot. So, I mean, not a bad night at all for you. But next week we're heading to Bristol. But luckily we're on the asphalt for now. But how do you think you'll be able to do at Bristol for the first round finale?
Bristol's not one of my favorite tracks. It's a hard track to get a hold of, but if I can stay out of the carnage and hopefully get top 5, we should be good to move to the next round.
Well, speaking of the next round, what are your goals? I mean, we got Vegas, Talladega, and Chicagoland all in the second round. Where do you think you'll be able to succeed most at?
Those tracks are all strong for me. I got a league win in Chicago and a league win in Talladega. So they're good tracks, and Las Vegas is a decent track for me also. So I think it'll be a pretty good round.
All right, well, what are you expecting from Bristol other than a lot of carnage? Do you think we'll see a demolition derby, or do you think it'll be more action-packed?
It's you can flip a coin and decide what it's going to be. It could be a wreck fest, or it could be one caution race. It's really a flip of the coin.
All right, man. Well, congratulations on your top 3 finish here tonight at Nashville Superspeedway. Are there any shout-outs or thanks you'd like to give out to anyone?
No, I got to thank my Gas and Go boys, Jonathan, Richard, Paps, David, Patrick. All of them, we race together and we make it fun. But you for putting on this broadcast, and everyone in this league, we got some good competition here.
All right, man. Well, good luck next week, and good luck Sunday night or Saturday night in the Cup Series.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, let's get runner-up finisher Brian Huntley Jr. up here. Hey, Brian, Sean up in the booth. You got a copy? Uh-oh. Oh, crap. I think we're having issues on our end this time around here. I think I just heard something go boom in the outside. Brian, you got a copy?
Oh,
All right, there we go. All right, Brian, came home second tonight. I'm going to be honest, I was kind of hoping you'd get the win, but just fell 1 spot short. Did you think you were going to be able to get it here tonight?
well, I saved that majority of the whole race. I could have made it on that stop, but with the lap down cars racing me side by side, and it just tore some tire wear out of it. I knew Reynolds was saving a little bit, and then he hammered it down towards the end, and we went racing side by side down a front stretch there, and with old tires and him averagely somewhat newer than mine. We kind of came close to each other, and then unfortunately I lost it, so I took advantage of coming down pit road, putting some four new freshies on it, and took a little bit more fuel and was hoping to bring her home.
Well, do you think if you wouldn't, if that contact wasn't made towards the end of the race there, do you think you could have been able to hold him off there for the final 6 laps?
Well, probably not. Um, Robert's always fast. Robert's a hell of a driver. He's very good when it comes down to capitalizing at the end. And I don't know. I think we're letting these lap down cars by and being raced side by side kind of chewed up my tires a bit. And I'm happy with a P2. So, yeah, happy for this number 19 Toyota Supra. Bring her home P2. Was working hard all day on it and happy for where we finished. Started in the back of the field, just cruising around and stuff like that. I was trying to bring her home for my aunt, but fell a spot too short.
Well, next week we're heading to Bristol Motor Speedway for the first round finale. So do you think we'll be able to get another good finish there and just secure that spot in the next round?
I'm hoping I do really good there. It's going to be very tight, a lot of side by side. Tires are going to go. It's going to be who's just has the patience towards the end. Everybody's tires are going to get chewed up, and there's going to be a lot of bumping and stuff like that. It's a short track. I love me some short tracks. I'm surprised I did good here tonight. I didn't think I was. I was just pacing around and hoping for the best finish towards the end.
All right, man. Well, good luck next week at Bristol. But are there any shout-outs or things you'd like to give out to anyone?
Yes. I'd like to give a shout out to my admin crew. They work hard every day in, day out. We try to put a show on every week for the fans at home watching and try to bring the most excitement to them. And a shout out to you for doing this for us. We can't thank you enough. Also, a huge shout out to Robert for winning tonight. He's fast every week, day in, day out. And huge shout out to my family. Last night we had lost a very loved one, which was my aunt. She was 68. I give a shout out to all my family and friends who known us long and stuff like that. The rough times. So happy to say we brought home the number 19 Toyota Supra to the top 5.
All right, man. Well, good luck next week at Bristol. And good luck Saturday night.
I will not be here Saturday night. I'll be in Jersey.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yes, I'm going to take a hit, but I'll come back and rebound.
All right, man. Well, good luck.
Thank you very much, sir, and you keep putting on a hell of a show.
All right, take care.
You too.
All right, let's go ahead and get Robert. All right. Explain yourself, good sir. Says here you led 0 laps and you finished 16th, 200 laps down. How'd you manage that?
Man, I just, I prepared so much, and I'm a last place runner for sure. Man, when go ahead.
In all seriousness, though, you led 16 laps. You ran the fastest lap of the session on that final lap to score your first career victory here at Nashville Superspeedway. How do you feel?
I feel pretty good. I knew we had a really good long run car, and then when that caution come out right there, I was like, oh man, I just got by Brian. I was like, dang, this ain't gonna go well. And I don't know if you know this, but I took 2 tires on that last stop, and I wasn't sure what was gonna happen there with 2 tires, but it felt pretty good.
Well, I guess it worked for you. So,
yeah, for sure.
This win will lock yourself into the second round, so you really won't have to worry about Bristol too much, which I guess, is that going to give you some relief, or do you not really care?
No, it definitely gives me some relief because that race can turn really bad really quick, and I don't have to worry about points anymore. I can just go out there and try to win it and try to carry some more points with me to the next round. So
Well, round two is it's looking pretty good. We got Las Vegas for the first race, Talladega, and then Chicagoland. So, are you good at those three tracks, and maybe you'll get a win to lock yourself into the third round?
yeah, I like Las Vegas and Chicagoland, and I like plate tracks too, but you just never know with them. But I feel like Las Vegas and Chicagoland would probably do pretty good.
All right. Well, next week we are heading to Bristol, like we just talked about. So, I mean, what are you expecting there from you, not from everyone else, just from the 39 car?
Oh, well, I mean, really, just try to get a win, and try to get some more bonus points. Going into the next round, that'll help us out a lot because the field's going to tighten up 12 cars. We got good people in here, so you can't really have too much of an off night and still make it to the next round. So we're gonna try to go win it, but we'll see what happens.
All right. Well, once again, congratulations on that first career Xfinity Series win. And good luck Sunday night as well in the Cup Series. So, what do you think? Or are there any shout outs or thanks you'd like to give out to anyone?
Just Brian Huntley and all the admins for putting this on. We have always have a good time, and I don't know, it's fun. I really enjoy it, so I appreciate those guys.
All right, man. Well, good luck next week at Bristol. And have yourself a good rest of your week.
Alrighty, man. Thank you.
All right. Well, that will conclude tonight's broadcast. Thank you all for tuning in to the Virtual Racing Network here, live from Nashville. So, we have a 2-day break before our next broadcast, which will be the WPRL Cup Series at, I want to say Texas, but I'm not sure. Nope, Nashville. Same track as this, but just different dates. So that's Saturday night, and then Sunday night we have the ARCA Series, and they are heading to Las Vegas. One set of tires, 40 to 50 laps. I don't know if they're changing it or what, so hope you all had a great night, had a great time watching, and